be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Chris Jones is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, and I think he's at his best when he plays defensive tackle. Consistently gets to the quarterback. 9 sacks in 2021.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 4-11 situation. They're given those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you're going to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Apple. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. On 1st down, Justin Herbert able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a 1st down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches at 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope to continue his improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now an option play on second down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can find a way with smiles on their faces.
And what real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I get fuel. What happened for them down the stretch? A huge win.
So for Kansas City, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
touchdown.